Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy X. 10. TTT, there's a T in there. Anyway, last time we got Kilika, beat up Sin Spawn. And this time we're going to be heading on to the temple. And getting another Aeon.
So, they got fiends in Xanarkand too?
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place. No one can replace Serject, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Also, the design of this temple. My god, is it beautiful. Just the, like, crab kind of design on an island. The washed out marble colors, the flames inside the orbs. If there's one thing this game does immensely right, it's aesthetics, and oh my god, if this isn't a prime example of it, I don't know what is. Right. So you can speak to all of the NPCs. I'm pretty sure there's not a particular reason to speak to anybody, other than just some more lore implications. But there are a lot of people from the town here because, well, they're praying because they don't want Sin to attack them again. It's, just a world-building thing, I guess.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up? This time, we play to win. Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals!
A little bit fruity.
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that, team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Serject was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Ject. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
So, some dialogue changes when you walk up. And this one is a particular note. A summoner and her guardian entered the Cloister of Trials. Before us? Interesting. Either way, these two side rooms here. Those who disobey the precepts may forfeit their lives. I wonder how dangerous it really is. Wow. I really like studying. Because I get sweets. That's about normal for kids, isn't it? Gotta throw some kind of incentive at them. Usually. And then, this is, one of those times, I believe, where who you speak to first does affect some ending cutscene stuff. So, of course...
Please, let Waka's prayers be heard.
I'm going to speak to Yuna
Please.
at as many of these opportunities as possible.
I think Waka needs to do a little more praying.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Sure, let's pray for victory. When in Spira, do as a Spiran does, I guess.
A summoner, are you?
Well,
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Bhed.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
well. That's that.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
And that kind of scene is where the HD version falls flat for a lot of people. According to, well, you know, game differences, the original PS2 models were a lot more expressive than the, well, HD remaster counterparts. You see in the cutscenes, like, what she's smiling about, and her lips are basically frozen in place, with her giving a kind of, like, deer in headlights stare. It's, personal preference a lot of the time, but the HD version is just accessible to more people. Still, if you prefer the PS2 version, hats off to you, because, well, you're either an old faithful or a retro fan. Of course, out of all of the summoners, we can see Braska's statue here as well. No need to save, because, well, you know, nothing pressing.
Lord O'Holland.
Waka's still praying. Well, we've got nowhere else to go, so we may as well follow everyone else.
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
No.
Hey.
Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
Well, if you wait for the platform to come back up. Any second now. See your platform. No, wait, it's a hole.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait!
Wow.
Ah, let me go!
That level of douchebaggery communication was just telepathic.
Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Huh?
Hey, 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 hey.
This is bad. Really bad.
Uh-oh. If we try and go backwards...
Come on, go up! Go up!
No such luck. Also, I love the ambient fire sounds in this area. Just the crackling of the torches and the candles. And the way they're designed like little coral pieces. Well, not many other options open to us, so let's go inside.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
Womp womp. So, our second Cloister of Trials. Significantly more involved than the first. So, Kilika spheres light things on fire. This one opens the door, but leaves a burning grate in its path that we can't cross. So if we take the sphere out, the gate disappears. Put the sphere in here. A sigil will appear on the wall. Gonna store this sphere in here. And if we touch the glyph, then the wall opens up, bringing us into this room, which has a pedestal and a firewall that we cannot pass. Too hot. So if you follow the direction that that wire goes, it goes up to this block. So we take the sphere out. But, the top of the thing is still on fire, and there's no other way for us to go. So let's store this Kilika sphere in here. Take this glyph sphere out. And then put it into this wall. That then pulls the wall up. Cuts off the link, and lets us move on. All you need to do at this point is take a Kilika sphere to that door, take it out, and then go on your way. However, we need the Destruction Sphere treasure, which is right here. So we're gonna take this, place it into this pedestal here, and then we need to push it all the way to where that shining square is in the other room. Now, if you have a choice, I'd recommend using a D-pad while you're moving these, because using a control stick you can get a bit finicky, you can slip off the pedestal, and blah 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 blah. Just generally quite annoying to play with. However, with the D-pad you can get more precise movement. He says, fumbling. I'm going to push it up here. There we go. And if you have the destruction sphere on it, off it rather, whoops. God. Me do bad at puzzle. Right, hold on. I gotta put this somewhere. Here you go. There we go. Right. Then what we need to do is take this sphere out, which turns off that line on the bottom. We can then store that sphere in this slot. Now I'm going to go pick up our destruction sphere, put it where that Kilika sphere was, and then we can blow open a hole in the wall to get our treasure, which I highly recommend picking up. This is one of the temples you can go back to in the late game without any problems, but I'd still recommend getting this now because this is some very useful equipment. Open this chest and we get a red armlet. The armlet is armor for Kamari, and this has Fire Ward, Ice Ward, and Lightning Ward. Won't do anything to protect him against water, but having resistances to all other elements is very flipping nice. Right. Now we're going to get that Kilika sphere that we put in this slot. Take it over to the door, and then we're out of here. So, not too complicated compared to the last Cloister of Trials, but this is still only trial number 2. There are a lot worse ones to come, I assure you. And we can just take the sphere with us as a little souvenir. Of course, who you speak to here also affects endgame cutscene stuff. I'm going to be speaking to Waka.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated. Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
So basically, it's like taxidermying your great-great-grandparent, and then them coming back as a gigantic monster whenever you ask hard enough. Pretty messed up, Final Fantasy X.
Just wait.
The chamber beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Ah, taboo my ass. So, once you've spoken to everyone at least once, if you make to leave...
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why, suddenly, I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
For our troubles, we get Ifrit. Ifrit, depends on where you come from, how you pronounce that.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me. But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud?
Tidus jump scare. Either way, if you don't want to have to redo all of Kilika Temple, provided you somehow die in Beacon, maybe you're trying to tackle Ochu after you've done everything here. I'm not sure. Either way, if you are doing it that way, you can walk back up the stairs, go to that save point, and you won't have to watch any of those cutscenes again. But this is the last time we'll be coming to Kilika in this playthrough for everything, I'm pretty sure. I believe we have everything we need from Kilika. Could be wrong, but I think we do have everything. Right.
Nothing to fear, the hero's here.
Protagonist syndrome. Anyway. Stop the Tui out of them. And then douse the element. Sphere levels. Is there anything interesting I can get? That's silence attack, I think. No extractability. Okay. Well, I don't care about that. Right. Do. And then we're all good to just waltz on down. Always good to get Kamari some experience, because if you don't, he will end up very lacking by the end of the game, just because he doesn't really have any specific use cases where you can't use someone else. It doesn't mean he's a bad character for the main story, mind you, it's just that his applications are very few and far between, compared to when you could use a lot of the other characters, which is unfortunate. Because I do really like Kamari, and I want to give him some kind of use case here. I'll figure something out. As you can see, his actual section of the grid is really, really small. And he can really only follow someone else's path, which kind of sucks. But it's okay. I'll find a way to use him somewhere. I think this is also the first time I get to show off what it's like going backwards. So traveling backwards on the sphere grid, you can go 4 spaces at a time. Like that. For only 1 sphere level. This means that backtracking is not agonizingly slow. Thank you, Final Fantasy X developers. Very cool. We're going to be taking Kamari towards Scan, and then we'll see what kind of stuff happens. But for now, this is the direction we'll be going with him. I believe... Yeah. I'll figure it out when we get there. Anyway. Lulu finally gets access to Focus. Which is like Cheer, but for your magic attack. Which is less useful than some of the other things we have access to. But, you know, it is what it is. And this is also your last chance for a long time right here to get the Bhed primer that would be on this table. Want to make sure you grab them as early as possible. So if you don't have that, make sure you pick it up. If you have anything to sell, you want to speak to this lady. No point in holding on to a lot of extra stuff, because you're not really going to get any use out of it. The Twilight Steel is really nice, but personally, I don't really have a use for it. As good as Dark Touch is. We also want to equip Waka with that Arm Guard, give him Dark Ward. It's just something to have. And then if you really need money for Owaka in a pinch, you can sell the red armlet to make ends meet. Which is a viable thing to do. Kamari's not going to be getting hit with magic all that often after the next area. But when you've done everything you want to do in Kilika, embark.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
So, we've got some more stuff to go and do. But we're finally going to get to Luca, the place where Riku said we might find somebody who knows us. So, here's hoping that comes true, huh? So, we finally have access to the ship once again. But not the same ship. No, no, no. If you open the map, you can see the location. We are now aboard the SS Winnow. Probably better fated than a ship called the SS Leaky. Anyway, the chest here contains a high potion. If we speak to Keeper. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Well, if we head to the back, that boy in the Aurochs is cute. Yeah, nah. I'm good. I ain't exactly a Luca Goers fan. I mean, Jasu, that's probably the best course of action, mate. So, here we have Gata and Luzu. Luzu is sleeping on the job.
Best to let him
Oh, Gata's sleeping on the job, rather. Bleh.
It might not mean much, but good luck in the tournament.
Cheers, buddy.
It might not mean much, but...
Donna and Bartello seem to be having a moment.
Some people can be so rude.
Lady, you are literally clipping into his chest. Are you okay?
They ask a fortune for rags in Bhed and Kilika. Well, me business is in shambles. What's an Oaka to do, I ask ye?
What's an Oaka to do?
Mine's
Sure, mate. So you can see the total amount you've loaned him right there. Now I'm going to give him almost all of my gil.
I'll make it up. I'll make it up.
You can see the,
Thank you.
what do you have? We can finally shop with Oaka. Selling pretty much anything we have at this point, minus the elixir, really doesn't matter too much. That and the X potion are worth the most in terms of sellables that you can get. Remedies are also up there, but these things are really hard to come by for a little while. So if you're not comfortable with selling them, that's understandable. Ethers you can also get rid of, because I guarantee you, you will never run out of mana unless you are excessively grinding between save spheres. It's just almost impossible.
Spare.
Sure, I can spare some change. Now, if you want to get rid of your items to sell to a Waka, you should do that now, because I'm not entirely sure if the store he opens afterwards will let you sell items, or if it's just weapons. Somebody probably can correct me on that, but, you know. I'm sure it's nothing bad. 252. Oh, well, yeah.
Spare.
If I can do it correctly. Two, 5, 2, 4. No sweat,
Make
mate.
it up to you. I'll make it up to
You want to
Spare
see how much gil he actually has? 8,199. So, to get the maximum dealings out of a Waka, you need to give him 10,001 gil. And we do want some stuff from him, which is why we're doing this. So we need to scrounge up another 2,000 or so gil while we're in Luca, which is more than possible.
La 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 la.
And the legendary sound. Gotta love chocobos. And that bag actually contains chocobo greens, which might be familiar to you if you've played FF7 at all. Or any game involving chocobos, to be honest. Now that we're above deck, we want to immediately go into the captain's quarters, and there is an Abed primer on the ground behind him. Volume 5. Well. Even they mentioned the fact that the SS Leaky was doomed. If you try and talk to this guy, he'll just run away from you. Because he's trying to get a scoop on the girl.
What y'all talking about?
Yeah, creepy binocular man.
Who are you supposed to be?
Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs. Said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
The literal writing equivalent of Vixen just going, no.
Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right. Whatever your ladyship says.
What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right. Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
It's nice that someone is finally sticking up for Tidus instead of telling him he's absolutely crazy. When you speak to Kamari, he'll just unfold his arms and then shake his head. He still doesn't think we're worthy, unfortunately. Damn. So, the rest of the goers are down in the cabin. But there is something else we should do first before we go down there. Let's go up.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a Blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Paul Walker's just trying to be a good guy and help someone out. But if you go back up the stairs, the dialogue
Why do you think she wants
continues.
to make him a guardian anyway?
Because he's Sir Jecht's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jecht's son.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's all you have to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best.
And all Lulu seems to do is grill him.
Why don't you tell him he should?
Should what?
Become Yuna's guardian.
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine.
Aren't you being oversensitive? All right. I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
I know. It's his decision.
In these first few hours, Waka really does have it really hard.
He doesn't like his father.
Apparently, he told Yuna as much.
Hating your own father, huh? Sounds like a luxury to me. I don't even remember my parents. Can't say how I feel about them.
I was 5 then, so I remember mine a little.
Damn it!
Hmm?
Sin just takes everything away from us.
So, Waka and Lulu ended up somewhat orphaned after Sin, well, killed their parents. Not saying that they're related, because they're not, but after that, Waka and Lulu ended up in Bhed, and well, the rest is history between both of them, I guess. Waka, Chappu, and Lulu.
Go to bed, bud. Tournament starts tomorrow morning.
But if we try and press
Go to
Waka
bed,
about it
bud.
now, he won't tell Tidus anything. And neither will Lulu.
I'm sorry. I need some time to think. I'm sorry.
But they do all seem to be warming up to Tidus.
Someone's bound to recognize you when they see our moves out there, huh? Go to bed, bud.
Nothing special changes between either of them after that as well.
I'm sorry.
Although there is one thing you want to make sure that you do. You interact with this Blitzball.
Well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Even if Jack did end up being a bad father, he still cared about Tidus, and that's kind of shown here. Anyway, the Jack Shot Challenge. Memories of that day still haunt Tidus and interfere with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the Jack Shot. For example, when a memory appears in the upper left, press up, left, and A. Similarly, press up and A when it appears straight above. Press down, left, A if it appears in down, left. If it's in the middle, press A. So you get a fair amount of practice. This is pretty difficult and basically determines whether or not you'll be able to win the Blitzball Cup in Luca, so give it your best shot. If you feel like you need to reset, then reset. There's no, you know, harm in that doing that happening.
You're out of your league. No one else. You're out of your league. No one else. You're out of your league. You can't.
You might get a lot of flashing depending on how fast you do these inputs. And you don't have to get all of them, just enough for this scene.
Huh. The best? Yeah, right.
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Sorry, just had to cough there. And you see Datto breaking his back trying to pull it off.
I knew it! I knew you were something special!
And then, if we go and speak
That was
to Yuna...
the eject shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jekt Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark 1 or Mark 2, you know? My old man said the name Mark 3 was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark 1 and Mark 2. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jekt was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again!
Yo! I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Incoming really cool FMV. Probably one of my favorites in the whole game. With that, I'll let the thing speak for itself.
was recently attacked by Sin. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well. If it isn't the Besaid...
Here's an omen of how well we're gonna do.
They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jimmy? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks, our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimmy. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the Goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca Goers are number one.
Feels like they're a bit biased, you think?
Yeah, it's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, Goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bevel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Maester, Micah, Mickey Mouse. Anyway, after arriving here in Luca, if you try and reboard the Winnow, no dice. If you miss anything on the Winnow, you are out of luck. The Bhed primer can be found later, but everything else is lost. So, going around speaking to some people. Speaking to the guard here. Access to the stadium is sealed. Unfortunate. Well, suppose let's go and see ourselves a Maester Micah Mickey Mouse. Dock 3 should be this one. Of course he's got the biggest
Can't
boat.
see a thing. Shh.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Jiskel Guado, who departed for the far plane a fortnight past. As some of you already know, he has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Jiskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too, bow your head.
Creepy.
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Ain't nobody liked the look of a Seymour. Except for maybe Walker, but that's because he's way too excited. Anyway. Back in the Oryx changing room.
Where's Waka?
At the matchup draws.
We had to play the Gorers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Get Waka.
We're playing the Bhed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right, we got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions.
That's lucky.
First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
Love it or hate it, Blitzball is a thing. I'm not going to be going over any of this because I'm not planning on doing a whole lot of Blitzball on stream. I'll be playing the mandatory matches, and that's about it.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jekt.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jekt
Well,
is.
that makes sense to me.
Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Orin Yuna was talking about and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be 2 different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
So if we head back into the Oryx locker room...
It's crowded out there. Stay close.
About that, I think I just let it go. Quickly, we want to exit.
Hey! Bhed Sykes, right? Some Bhed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food, and... you don't understand me, do you?
If you meet Riku, tell her thanks for me. Oh, and as for the first game, may the best team win.
We don't entirely understand the Bhed dialect yet, but we got more out of that conversation than we might have otherwise. So immediately, you want to come over to the other side. And right behind this guy's foot, Bhed Primer Volume 6. And there's a chest. High Potion 2. Times 2. So this guard won't let anybody through to see the Luca goers. And this is the Ronso Fangs, I'm pretty sure. But of course, we probably won't be playing against them full stop. So there's nothing to worry about. Either way, the fact that every other team gets into this wing and we're stuck on the side, like the losers we are, is a bit sad. I don't think we're sharing with anyone, are we? Oh no, we are sharing with 3 groups. Can't exactly make out that Spira and dialect on those flags, though. Oh, well. Well, there's a few places we need to go first before we do anything else. We want to go around the entire outside ring of the dock because...
The stores in the stadium are closed on a tournament, but I'm always open for business.
Got any items? Got any weapons? We can buy and sell things here. And, like, about nothing that we really want to get rid of. Dump all the potions, whatever you might have. Because I assure you, we won't be needing them.
The people here are so into the game they
Don't even look at what they're buying.
Gotta love Blitz, eh?
Indeed.
Well, have you...
Yep. I'm paying you with your own money. Wild, isn't it? That brings us up to... That's a pretty decent amount, actually.
I guess it pays to... Fine seed money.
Gotta squeeze out another 500 and then we'll be there. So, all of these docks, almost all of these docks rather, have chests on them, and we want to open almost each and every one. Because there are some good things you can collect from them. This dock has 2 chests, that one containing the Tidal Spear, and the other one containing 600 gil. We can give the gil straight over to a Waka. No reason to hold on to it for us for now. Bumps us all the way up to 9,400-ish. I think.
I guess it pays to... Fine seed.
Also, onto the Tidal Spear. Piercing and Water Strike. Honestly, absolutely bloody useless. I have never found a scenario where the Tidal Spear has helped me do something that, like, anything else couldn't. Sorry, Tidal Spear. Into the garbage you go.
Well.
Oh, we've just done that. Yep. 281. No sweat, mate.
Pays to ask. Thank you kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the Oakham.
So, I believe we're almost there.
Have you got...
Well, no, of course we don't, but... Yes, we need another... pretty much 300 gil. Which we can scrounge up by checking the other docks. If we come to this dock, there's now a chest here, where there wasn't before, with 2 Phoenix Downs. I don't think there's anything else hidden here that we can't see. So, if we follow the ring around, we get to the dock where Maester Micah came from. Don't believe there's anything on this one either. Yep, we're empty. And there's not really any reason to speak to anyone else here, other than the dude on the Bevel ship, who says, no, tourism is illegal. Onto the last dock. Well, second to last, I should say. There's one of these that has some hidden boosh on the back of them. It's not this one. Is it the next one then? Oh god. This is where my memory on this game gets a bit foggy. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay. So if you pass underneath this bridge here... Oh, this bridge. This little thing here, if you check the mini-map, you can see that there is a little kind of faint line here. Walk under that plank. And here we can grab a HP sphere. And a magic sphere. Not useful sellables, but they are useful items that we will use later on in the game. Not so much right now, but we will be using them later, I assure you of that. We're able to save right there, and now we can go catch up with Yuna. If she's here. There we go. And it looks like she's being interviewed for some sort of TV program.
I'm sorry. Please let me through. Hey, let's go.
You're really famous.
We don't get separated.
Yuna!
Huh? What was that?
In Xanarkin, we do this to cheer on Blitz players. You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like this?
Not like that. This. Then you just blow.
It's not working.
Practice.
Okay.
Hey, use that if we get separated. Then I'll come running, okay? Well, guess we should just stick together then, till you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Which is adorable, might I add. So, completely ignoring the arrow telling us to go that way. Wow. Anyway, with Yuna stuck on that wall successfully. The Sphere Theatre is up ahead. So we want to head to the Sphere Theatre for one purpose and one purpose only. If we walk past everybody at the entrance. No reason to speak to anyone. So, where is it? There, on the floor on the left. Albed Primer, and we reached the rank of Albed Typeman. That is, I believe... Yes, that is every Albed Primer in Luca. If you've got all of those, you no longer have to worry about finding them for a little bit. So you can relax, take your edge off, do some stuff. The Sphere Theatre doesn't really have a major purpose right now, but we'll get into what it does later. Now we can follow the arrow.
Whoa! This is a pretty big town.
Luca is the second largest city in Spira.
I thought every town was little. You know, like Bhed and Kilika.
Towns don't usually get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather...
Sin? What about Luca? It's safe here?
It's not any different, but the stadium is here. The Crusaders fight to protect it with all their strength.
They protect the stadium?
Blitzball is really the only entertainment that we have. Spira's a little short on fun these days.
Whoa. Talk about pressure.
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Well, there are more buildings, all tall ones, and cramped together.
Oh. They must be so tall. Don't you ever get dizzy? Let's go find Sir Orin.
Yeah, let's not. Heading up this way will take us to the city limits, where there is a chest containing 1,000 gil, just enough to pop us over the Owaka debt. Of course, we can't leave because...
What you doing here? The tournament's about to start.
I'm looking for someone.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. There aren't many people here.
Everyone's either at the stadium or watching the game on the Sphere. They love their Blitzball.
Aren't you gonna watch?
We'd like to, but we're waiting for some couriers. They're late. Want to ditch the courier and go watch the game?
But we're still on duty. What about the mission, sir?
See what I mean? We might be a little late, but we will go watch you play.
You better be winning when we get there.
Yes, sir.
Well, now we have to. Anyway, once you've got that 1,000 gil chest, you can go back to Owaka and then lend him just enough gil, which is what I'm going to go and do. Because I think we can still go and speak to him before we do the event. It is important to get this done as early as possible, because the benefits will be coming up for the first half of the game, pretty much, where we will be able to get some help from Owaka. It's not like a mandatory thing that you must do or your playthrough will be too hard, but it's still something important to do. So we want to lend him... $294. No sweat, mate. So, if you check your gil count, as long as you are at 10,001 or anything above, you will get a 30% discount on everything Owaka owns. So if we open his weapons, the next time we come to him, he will have stuff that's a lot cheaper Now, we don't need to get anything from him right this second, or even in this area. It'll be the next time we have a chance to shop with him, where we can actually make full use of this stuff, we'll say. Just gonna auto-sort my equipment and everything else, get it all organized. Yes, there's nothing we need from Walk at the minute. So let's finally go to the cafe. You can see up here is the actual box where they're doing the commentary from. It's so cool that it's open and you can see into it as well. Go into the cafe, and, well, no sign of Auron by the looks of it.
Auron's not here.
Well, that's unfortunate. Probably because we spent, like, almost 30 minutes dilly-dallying.
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yenke for 10 years. Say something. Kimari forget Yenke? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yenke. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari's so small, can't see Yenke and Biran's faces.
Kimari forget Ronso friends? We taught you much at time of Hornmold. Biran taught Kimari to be strong, Ronso.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
Pacha!
Take it outside. The tournament's starting, you hear?
The game!
Today, on this glorious day, players from all over Spira have assembled here to participate in this great contest of bravery, skill, and strength. All of these fine teams, equally renowned, deserve to win the cup today. Such is the nature of this contest. Let us, the spectators, play our role accordingly. Let us sing to the glory of the winners and applaud equally the valor of the defeated. Contestants, may heaven be with you.
Well, crap, the game's starting, and we're late. Still, the way all that water fills up into that orb is just really satisfying. I can't quite describe why. Well, good luck, team.
Kamari, Yuna's gone.
Well, crap. Suppose that's what we get for starting a bar fight.
Where in Spira have you been?
Huh?
Yuna's been kidnapped by the Bhed Sykes.
Oh.
In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
If they're only Blitzball players, I doubt they'd do anything drastic. But we shouldn't take chances. Let's go get her.
I'm going too. This'll be no problem. They're telling the Aurochs to throw the game, as if they needed to. I mean, how good a team can they be?
Waka said the same thing. He'll take care of the game. We should go get Yuna. The Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Alright. So our party is paired down to Kimahri, Tidus, and Lulu. Not having access to healing magic in any form is very, very bad if you haven't been preparing for it. This is probably one of the reasons that they give you so much gil. And a safe sphere right here. Try as we might. Nothing we can do about the game. You go all the way to the end of the aisle. Nothing here for us, though. That being said, let's leave the game in Waka's hands and get down to business. Speaking of one of the Wakas. Oh, Waka. Wanna get... just 3 of them. Just enough. Should be perfectly fine for now. However...
Whoa, what are they?
Ancient machina salvaged by the Bhed. They are mostly vulnerable to lightning.
So... the best course of action here... target that one with Tidus. And then target it again with Kimahri. Get the most bang for our buck on damage. And luckily enough, this party has pretty good agility, so we managed to dodge most of the attacks. And then we'll put a final dent in it. We've got a couple more of those fights to go. And they're quite generous with the items they give. Ha 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 ha. No. So I leave Tidus and Kimahri to one of them and let Lulu lightning the other, and it should just die. If anybody wants, if anybody gets hit, we want it to be Kimahri. Because he has Lancet and can heal himself. Thankfully, we can take care of this encounter very quickly. Just Lancet the last of the HP we want back. Null Tide Bangle. Put that on Lulu instead of a base bangle, and that gives her SOS Null Tide. Which means that when she's low on HP, she will nullify any water-based attacks. Not very useful right now, or ever really, but still better than having nothing. Lovely set of dodges. No crit. Boo-hoo. Ow.
What's up with these guys?
Lulu can go for another thunder. Takes out the other bot. We're getting very good damage ranges with Lulu for some reason. Ow. And Cactar. Bonk. Oh, boo. I was hoping that would kill.
The Bhed were expecting us.
The third and final set. Whoops. Wow, still does enough damage even when I pick the wrong one. Yikes. And it's over. Boop. Six high potions from all of those.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
Ah, but the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
Still in there.
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Save right here. Heal ourselves back up to full. And let's get into the boss.
Let's go.
Action sequence, go! Hook!
Hey, we can use this crane.
The first thing we want to do is get haste up on everybody. Gonna go with Tidus first. Lancet has less delay than attacking, so we're gonna Lancet the boss. And then we're gonna focus. Gonna use Crane, and nothing happens.
Come on, move!
It's probably out of power.
So, if you cast magic at the Obliterator, it will use Mute Ball, which inflicts silence. This is just to stop you from doing anything that would, you know, damage the boss too much with lightning attacks. However, if you have something like a lightning weapon, Thunderbrand for Tidus, I don't remember what Kamari's is called, but you can use those weapons to attack the boss without incurring the wrath of a Mute Ball. However, if you do that, you get hit by a Darkness Ball, so who gives a damn? Your main plan of action should be using Thunder on the motor. The crane seems to respond. So you want to give Lulu as many turns as possible. And then get her to spam thunder attacks at the crane. Lancet can be used even while silenced. So we're going to keep using Lancet with Kimari just to make sure he's healed up. And just keep doing some chips to the boss. Mute Ball doesn't bother us at all. Going to use Thunder. And the crane is finally moving. So if we go to use the crane when it's like this, hey, Obliterator, heads up! No, really, your head is up. Owie, that looks like it hurt. And the boss takes 5,300 damage and loses the ability to counterattack with its balls. Aye, yoink. No, that's that dealt with. And there he goes. Everybody in the party gets sphere level, and we get a Thunderbolt for Waka plus an elixir. Very nice.
I hope you hurt them.
A little. What is it?
There were these all Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Al Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Waka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Waka, he never had much love for the Al Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Waka.
No, Tidus.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game!
Oh!
And Lulu gives Waka a signal.
30 seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Letty. It goes through. Oh. Oh. He shoots. Unbelievable! The Aurochs win
He
the
did it.
match 3-2.
We won!
We did it! We're in the finals!
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chapu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Uh-oh. Chopstick Lady mad. Oh. We've got to make it back to the stadium and quick. Can save right here. No matter what happens on stream when I attempt this Blitzball game, I will go back and make sure I win. Just to get the rewards out of it for next stream.
Sure you all right, Cap? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Nope, he is out of it.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some Bhed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, alright?
Don't go near Bhed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Well, in we go. Forgot that I could save here to have less dialogue, actually.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah! Commander Bench.
I'm warming the bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Walker.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game. But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Bhed Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
time to win. Hopefully. This game can go one of two ways, depending on how lucky you get, and whether or not you have the jet shot. Oh, sure, a handshake, douche.
Already going at it, folks. The goers are taunting the Aurochs.
Giggle while you can, your demise is assured. Kind of. So there is no room for practice. This will be your first Blitzball game, and for some people, their last. So Blitzball is the premier minigame of Final Fantasy X, and it's particularly difficult to do well in because it's partially RNG based. The stats displayed above have a chance of being increased by 50% or decreased by 50%. Or, you know, you could just miss entirely. Thanks. You want to make sure as soon as you get chance, your movement is toggled onto manual. And with Blitzball, passing is the name of the game. You gotta get the ball up to the other end with as few people attacking you as fast as possible. That little radius around the character is basically how close enemies need to be able to interrupt you while you're performing any of the actions. So we want to spread the enemy out as far as possible before making our final pass into our final shot. Thankfully, Bixen has absolutely awful block, so we should be able to get a pass through him. Gonna send it all the way up over to Datto from Letty. And then we're gonna run like mad. Now we're as close to the goal as we can reasonably get. We're going to take the shot. And we lose the 50-50. And this is basically what Blitzball ends up boiling down to. The Besaid Aurochs have a terrible matchup against the Luca Goers here because the Goers are much faster than the Aurochs, which means getting anything done with the Aurochs is almost impossible in this first half. However, it's almost impossible, not impossible. You're essentially just trying to make sure you manage to get a goal within the first half, which is 5 minutes long. Grav does have a fairly high attack, so there is a chance that he will be able to get through Tidus. Especially with Venom Tackle, the odds are in his favour. And if Venom Tackle goes off successfully, it will also poison you, which is annoying to deal with, to say the least. Going for a pass with his 13 pass. Jasu failing is really bad. Abbas has 13 shots, so if he is allowed to shoot with a free shot, he will absolutely score. Thankfully, somebody's probably going to get a hand on it here. Okay. Now, we want to get this ball out of Tidus's hands immediately because he's poisoned. Doesn't really matter where it goes because they can't do anything with it. But we don't want Tidus to be on low HP. Even if we don't score in the first round, we're still okay. We just need to not get scored against. 2 people blocking here should be enough. Yep. We are safe.
And it's halftime.
The Goers are just playing great, Baba. Really great.
And Tidus got a level up, which means that his tech slots increase, and so does his shot. This is very important.
Zone defense, boys. Stop those Goers.
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down. Yeah.
Shoot like crazy.
Down.
All right.
Into the second half. We want to change Tidus' tech from Sphere Shot to Jet Shot. You can pretty much only do this once in this initial match, but what Jet Shot will do is it knocks away 2 opposing players before the shot is made and gives you +5 to your shot. So you can get rid of 2 people who are harassing you before you make the shot on goal, which is very useful. As for everybody else, I don't think anybody can learn any techs worthwhile, because we didn't level anybody up. So what we want to do is we want to have Botta in the midfield. Oh wait, we don't get to choose, right. Uh-oh. So Tidus' mark needs to be on one of their defenders. So preferably Balgeda or Duram. Botta needs to mark one of their strikers, so Abbas or Bixen. Grab also has decently high shot for somebody who's a midfielder. And then Jasu needs to keep an eye on the other one, which is Abbas. With that done, you can pretty much stop worrying about marks. The reason I'm setting it up like this is so Tidus will be as far in the back line as he possibly can. And let it catch the ball. So we're going to press the triangle button, or Y if you're on an Xbox controller and you're playing the HD version. And we're going to switch to mark mode. Now you're going to see Tidus is going to run all the way into the back. And we're going to want to pass it straight towards him. Now, because of Letty's insanely high pass stat, he can get it straight into Tidus' hands, and then we're going to run all the way down the field as far as we can make it with just Tidus. Right in front of the goal. We want to no break, shoot, and then do a jet shot. Because this is directly in front of the goal, this has a incredibly low % chance to fail, but can still fail if Roddy gets very lucky. We make it. Excellent. He rolled, I'm pretty sure, almost as low as he could have. So now, for the rest of this game, all we have to do is play defensively and keep passing the ball between ourselves once we get it off of the goers. Want to make sure we toggle mark mode off. Because we do not want a goal scored against us, otherwise we are screwed. We do not have any way to defend ourselves if that happens. And this is probably one for us, unless we get horrendously unlucky with the enemy and our AI just choosing to not defend, which is what he's doing now. Botta, please. Oh, God. Jasu, you bloody legend. We're going to switch back to mark mode here. Because we want to get Tidus as far forward as we can. crap. We just want to stall for as long as possible. We're looking to get that timer down to 3 minutes. So it doesn't matter if we lose the ball here. We just need to get to 3 minutes. Which I think we've done. Half time. There we go.
The fans are getting impatient. They're calling for some action.
Whew. So now that we've scored our 1 goal that was kind of free with Jack Shot, at 3 minutes in the second half,
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks.
time to take our leave.
Say, where is that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
Off he
To
goes.
be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
And blitz off. Now all we have to do is hold down the fort for another 2 minutes and we've won. He's going to take a wild shot, which might actually go in because Keeper really sucks this early. It would absolutely suck if this went in because I think our chances are sunk. Keeper! Keeper! Why? Why, Keeper? Why? Oh my god. Oh. Well, now Waka has to get a shot. Great. I'm not quite sure how we're going to pull that off, but here we go. We've got a minute and a half. Oh, I'm going to have to do some shenanigans for this, aren't I? Come on, Waka! Come on! Come on, Waka! Please! Yes! Let's go! Oh my god. Okay, Keeper, you better not fail me again. You better not. You better not fail me again, Keeper. You better not. Because if you fail me now, it's over. It's done. We're dust. No more. Butter, move! Come on, dude! He's got a free shot on goal! It's point blank! Oh, no. No, 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 no. Wait, he threw? Oh! This is what Blitzball does to my heart. Oh. Either way, we won, despite the hiccup. And we get a strength sphere for our troubles. Very important.
The Aurochs win, folks! This is one for the record books!
Yes, save current game. I'm just glad we made it. And monsters. And a lot of them. So these Sahagins are just gonna keep coming. Want to put haste on Tidus, and then just start going to town. If I had the electric ball on Waka here, I'd be in a much better position. Which we can actually change mid-battle. If you press the right tab, swap over to here, where we can pick a different weapon. The Thunderball. Now we don't have Sensor anymore, which means you can't see their health numbers, but the Thunderball is capable of one-shotting them. Which is exactly what we're going to do. Also, the haste buff will carry over between all the fights in here. So you are free to spam away to your heart's content once you've got set up, and the enemies basically can't stop you. I'll get rid of Monster C. And then these two go down like pieces of cake. One last set. And it's over. One, two, three. It's that one that I need to stop. Yep, there we go. And D. Just paying attention to when the enemy's turns are coming up will let you get through this battle damage-free. If you have a haste on Tidus already. If you don't, you might have some issues. But I do, so I am all good. The Thunderball really, really helps out here as well. That was a very nice drop to get. Get a really, really nice amount of power spheres out of that.
What's happening?
And of course, Auron did come to cheer us on after all. Or maybe he just knew something bad was going to happen. Auron has access to power breaks, just like he did in the tutorial. Not that it matters much.
Auron!
Sir Auron!
So, you do know him?
Yeah, best guardian there ever was.
So, the Garuda. Want to give haste to Waka. And because we gave him that MP sphere we got from Ochu, we can use Dark Attack more reliably, which will stop this thing from beating our asses. So the faster Waka is, the better position we're in. Auron has really slow recovery time from all of his moves. So we also want to give Auron haste as soon as possible as well. Sonic Boom is like Sonic Wings from Valor, where it gives a small bit of attack delay to everybody gets hit by it. Thankfully, while the while the enemy has darkness on it, it can't really do a whole lot to us. Its counterattack, also not really that menacing when it can't see. And we're just about done. Slap. If you want to overkill that, the best thing you can do is use an overdrive, but there's not really any particular reason you need to do that. And we get a katana, which is basically nothing.
Hey, give me a break!
And we're a little cornered at the moment.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you heal up first?
Yuna needs me with her now. I can't be lying around in some bed.
Yeah, but...
Come on, look sharp! The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah? Well, see ya, boys. You be good. I can't hear you.
Captain!
Are you sure?
Never liked long goodbyes anyway. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I had some promises to keep, yeah? From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's good to be back, yeah? So, any news on what happened?
Not really. We don't know where the fiends came from. Maester Micah is safe and sound, thanks to Maester Seymour. That's about it.
Maester Seymour's Aeon. It was so powerful.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault! Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanarkand, everything! I'm telling you, it's all your fault! Who are you, anyway? You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you also knew Yuna's father?
that's correct.
Hey man, there's no way. That's just impossible.
Nothing impossible about it. Jekt, Vraska, and I, together we defeated Sin 10 years ago. Then I went to Xanarkand, where I watched over you, so that one day I could bring you to Spira.
Why did it have to be me?
Jekt asked me to.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive. He is no longer human. But then, I felt something of Jekt there in that shell, couldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with Sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin is Jekt.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth. You'll see for yourself. Come with me.
If I say no?
Every story must have an ending.
I don't care about your stories!
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
Ah! What am I supposed to say? You tell me it's my decision. But I don't have a choice, do I? You're the only one who can tell me what's going on anyways. I have to go with you. I have to.
Irritating. I know. Or are you afraid? It's all right.
All right. Will I ever go home? Back to Xanarkand?
That's up to Jekt. I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
That's probably one of the most powerful scenes in this entire game, though. Just Orin showing up again, the one person Tidus thinks he knows, and then dropping a bombshell that, oh, by the way, the thing that's, like, murdering tons of Spiran people almost every day. That's your dad. Being stripped away from home, not knowing if you're ever going to be able to go back. Essentially being a refugee stuck in a place you know nothing about. And the only person you ever know coming and telling you that? Yeah. It's just hard for me to believe that people say Tidus is a poorly developed character or annoying when almost anyone else in his situation would feel the exact same way. Anyway, next time on Final Fantasy X, we're gonna go speak to Yuna. And, well, probably become a Guardian. Thanks for stopping by. You know, I see you there, Naki. Hello. And, well, stay safe, you guys. And hopefully, we shall see each other again on Thursday for more Final Fantasy X. Until then, keep yourself safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!